TMCnet at NextCom 2008.
Good afternoon, welcome again. I'm Erik Linask coming to you live from NextCom 2008 in Las Vegas. I'm sitting here now with Ralph Santito, the Director of Carrier Ethernet Services for Turin Networks. Welcome, Ralph.
Thank you very much. Great to be here.
Can you start off by telling me a little bit about who is Turin Networks?
Well, Turin Networks is a leading provider of carrier Ethernet solutions, networking equipment, and we focus on three areas in the market. We focus on delivering carrier Ethernet infrastructure to deliver Ethernet services. We focus on wireless backhaul, and we focus on converged IP services. We have over 600 customers worldwide, and many of those customers are the top broadband service providers as well as mobile operators.
Seems to me we're seeing a fairly heavy emphasis or a load of attention on carrier Ethernet lately.
Yeah, so carrier Ethernet, it's been around for a while, but it's just reaching the critical mass and be able to deliver critical business services, but also infrastructure applications. Explain a little bit more about that. So delivering business services today, mostly IP services, but using a carrier Ethernet infrastructure allows the operators to offer a more efficient and economical network infrastructure. Wireless backhaul, as the wireless industry moves towards IP in fourth generation wireless technologies, is now moving towards a carrier Ethernet infrastructure from their existing SONET SDH infrastructures. And this is all starting to happen, and it's an evolutionary process. So it depends on the type of carrier, the type of infrastructure they have, and how quickly they need to migrate.
Are there specific challenges or hurdles that you're experiencing with adoption of carrier Ethernet?
Yeah, I think a couple of the challenges are, in some areas the technology is very mature, and other areas the technology and the standards are just catching up and just getting to that phase of maturity. So a lot of these operators have deployed SONET and SDH infrastructures for many years, and that's bulletproof, rock solid, high reliability, high availability. They want to move to carrier Ethernet, obviously for the economic reasons of Ethernet, but it's not quite there, and so they're implementing some hybrid types of approaches like Ethernet over SONET or Ethernet over SDH. So now they can get the best of both worlds. They can get that reliability and high availability of the SONET infrastructure, but the cost economics and more packet-friendly, packet-optimized infrastructure of Ethernet.
What are some of the things Turin is doing to help meet some of these challenges? And I guess specifically, I think you also made an announcement here this week. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, well, we announced basically about 2 weeks ago now, we announced our new Ethernet over copper PDH capability on our Traverse flagship product, our Traverse multi-service transport switch. What this allows service providers to do is to be able to deliver the same type of Ethernet services they can deliver over fiber. These are Metro Ethernet forum defined services like E-Line, E-LAN, and E-Tree services. But to be able to deliver those same services with the same quality of service, the same service management, all over a copper PDH access network, be it over bonded T1s or E1s in Europe, or T3s and bonding E3s together for higher bandwidth services. So now they can deliver the services to any customer, whether they're on their network, in franchise, or off-net, out of franchise, if they have to peer through a local provider. This allows them to not have to compromise and offer a ubiquitous Ethernet service portfolio, regardless of whether it's a copper access network or a fiber access network.
What kind of reaction have you seen so far?
It's a very interesting, the technology is, there's some education in the market going on with that. Service providers, ISPs, CLECs, for example, have been offering IP services over T1s and E1s for a long time. And now being able to provide an Ethernet handoff to the customer instead of a T1 or E1 handoff to the customer has the benefits for the enterprise, because the enterprise now is familiar with the Ethernet interface, and they can now use the same technology they use in their LAN, also for their wide area network. So it benefits the enterprise, it benefits the service provider, and it's just all around good for everyone in terms of the economics.
Fantastic. What do you see in the future for the carrier Ethernet space?
I think carrier Ethernet, one of the big opportunities is making services ubiquitous, so over fiber and copper. That's a big challenge today because if you get a service over fiber, it might have certain characteristics, but you have to compromise it over copper. And so now this kind of levels the playing field, and a service provider can offer a ubiquitous service, define the service the same way to reach any enterprise location. The second key area is for wireless backhaul. And wireless backhaul, as the mobile operators move away from their legacy networks to Ethernet, that's going to be a big growth area for carrier Ethernet.
Interesting. Look forward to seeing how that pans out. We've been chatting today with Ralph Santito from Turin Networks. Thanks for joining us today,
Thank
Ralph.
you very much.